I'm Stacy Gordon. Welcome to That's My Jam. Today I'm going to throw it back to a recipe that's been around so long, I don't even think they make one of the ingredients anymore. This recipe was crazy popular back in the 1980s. This was always served at our work potluck luncheons and pretty often with the girls in my Bunko group. In fact, it was Bunko Robin whose recipe we're going to use today. So let's get ready to flash back to the 80s because today we're going to make classic gooey butter cake. Let's get started. First thing we'll do is preheat our oven to 350 degrees. Next, we want to melt 1 stick or 1/2 cup butter. For this next step, we're going to need a big old bowl. We'll pour that melted butter into our big old bowl. This next step calls for a yellow cake mix. Now, over the years, we took a lot of liberties with this recipe. I'm going to tell you, you can use any flavor cake mix you like. Chocolate is incredible in this recipe, so is lemon or strawberry. But for today, I'm going to stick with the classic original recipe and we'll use 1 yellow cake mix. That's going to go right in our bowl with our melted butter. Next, we're going to lightly beat 1 egg. Then that goes in with our butter and our cake mix. We're going to use a fork to just start mixing this up. When you're done with this step, it's going to resemble a ball of dough. Next, I'm going to coat this 13x9 pan with a little bit of nonstick spray. We'll transfer that dough over to our baking dish. I've given my hands a good wash, and now I'm going to spread this dough along the bottom of the pan. This just forms the base of the gooey butter cake. In our mixing bowl, we'll place 1 pound or about 3.5 cups powdered sugar. And now the ingredient that I'm pretty sure is no longer being made. This recipe calls for 1 large and 1 small cream cheese. Now back in those days, there was an 8-ounce cream cheese and also a small cream cheese that was either 3 or 4 ounces. I've not seen those small ones in years. But I want to stay true to this original recipe, so I'm going to use 1 8-ounce cream cheese and half of another one. You should sit these out in advance so they'll be softened. Y'all remember seeing 2 different sizes at the store? I do. We're going to need 2 more eggs, lightly beaten. Those are going to go in our mixing bowl. We're going to blend this up until it's nice and smooth. Once we've got this nice and smooth, we're going to pour this mixture right over our base. You might need to use your rubber spatula to get that all the way up to the corners and completely cover up that base mixture. And now this is ready to go in our oven. If you're enjoying today's video, now's the perfect time to go tap the like button. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to my channel. You'll know this is ready when it starts to get golden around the edges and just a little bit golden on top. This typically takes about 30 to 45 minutes depending on your oven. Next, we'll sprinkle some powdered sugar on top and let this cool down to room temperature. People often ask me why I'm doing this YouTube channel. Actually, there's a couple of reasons. I love it, and it lets me be creative and do something that I truly enjoy. But there's a second reason. Eventually, I'd really like to get monetized and make a little extra money. In order to do that, you need to accomplish 2 goals with YouTube. One is to have at least 1,000 subscribers. After 2 years of doing this, I finally hit that milestone. But there's a second requirement, and that involves watch hours. I'm not quite where I need to be with my watch hours. I'm going to ask a favor of you. Go back and watch some of your favorite videos again. Or just turn on my channel, mute it if you don't want to hear my voice, and just let it play for a while. Anything at all that you can do to help me get those watch hours up would be greatly appreciated. This gooey butter cake has an amazing chewy edge, and the inside lives up to its name, gooey and buttery. You can see how that cake mix base formed a nice little crust on the bottom, and then the top is just all yum. Just as good as I remembered. Don't forget, you can mix this recipe up and use any flavor cake mix you want. I definitely recommend trying the chocolate at least once. I truly hope you have a fantastic week ahead. I'm going to be back again with you real soon. In the meantime, turn off the TV, turn on some music and my videos, and just keep jamming.